Yo, 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 yo. What's poppin', everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to Simple Sports Hub, man, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. As you all can see, this is mock draft 5.0, y'all. We on our fifth one. I know the last one probably didn't go the way that a lot of people may have wanted, but hey, nonetheless, we here. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. But we also gonna break down some breaking news, some news that we didn't heard, swirling around the NFL when it comes to our Commanders, and then we're gonna get into the mock draft, y'all. My bad. I gotta send this out real quick. Ooh, excuse me. First off, how has everyone been? What's popping with y'all, man? What's good? Hope everybody's been having a marvelous week so far. Combine, man. Combine has to be discussed. We got to talk about the combine and what we saw, because that has really shaped up and switched up a lot of my own opinions about who we should go and get at number 7. So yes, the combine was last week. We saw, guys fly off the radar with the 40-yard dashes. I don't know if y'all was heavily, tuned into the what can I say? Into the drills that we had going on. The drills was definitely worth watching. Just because I like seeing guys lateral movements, seeing their quickness, seeing, some of their hand placements, things of that nature, right? So, the combine, we already know the number one guy that everybody talked about was Sony Styles, linebacker out of Ohio State. Pretty much setting, I guess, the record for the highest vertical. And then coming out and running a 4.46 with his co-anchor, linebacker, partner in crime, and Arvell Reese running 4.46 out of the linebacker group. There's major talks about, is Arvell Reese truly a edge rusher, or is he going to be used in a multi-use, type of defense where he's going to stand up, drop back, and cover sometimes? Or is he just going to be, hey, we're going to put your hands in the dirt, Slim, or we're going to stand you up and we want you to get the quarterback? We got to figure out how, whatever team he lands to, that is definitely going to be a conversation and discussion that needs to be figured out. And if he lands at 7, do we take Arvell Reese at number 7 and he becomes our legit, and what everybody is deeming him, Micah Parsons 2.0? And we know how Micah Parsons' season started off, right? He started off, being a stand-up / hybrid pass rusher. And I said this, and I don't give a fuck, me being a Commanders fan. Talking to my brother who's a diehard Dallas fan, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Slim might be better suited just rushing the passer, bro. I'm just going to keep it a bean with you. I think Slim is better suited at rushing the passer. That's just my thoughts. Y'all let me know. And guess what? It panned out. They ended up putting him down on his hands, and he became a full-time pass rusher. And it worked. I see the same thing similar for Arvell Reese, but, hey, we got to see it on paper, right? We got to see him on the field. We got to see if he actually really comes out and do that, right? So, real quick, let's get into not breaking news. It's already been pointed out that this is something that, let's see real quick. My bad. Let me get this up. Let me get this pulled up. All right. Breaking news. We heard that our former cornerback, not former, well, he is former. He will be former cornerback, Marshawn Lattimore has been released from the Washington Commanders. This will happen, I guess, as soon as the new league year starts. And it's good to see that. It's good to see. I think everybody, from a Commanders, fan base, and just like they were ready for Marshawn to be gone. I was too. I mean, it's like it just didn't pan out. Not solely because he just, I guess he wasn't producing as well, but it just didn't pan out for us and him, being in Washington. So wish him nothing but the best. But the beautiful thing about us releasing Marshawn Lattimore is that now we will free up 18.5K in cap space to push us up, I believe, in the 80,000, the 80 million. I say 80,000. In the 80 million range for cap space. So as we know, free agency is next week. The tampering part is. You think we taking QB1 from LSU, Chris Man? No. No, I don't think we're taking him just only because if one of these pass rushers is there, Arvell Reese, David Bailey, that's where I'm going with it. That's where my sights are going towards the draft. I'm not saying that he can't be a pick. If it doesn't pan out that way and he's on the board, yes, I would consider it. I even did a mock draft where we took Maynard from was it Delaney? Delaney from Delaney. We actually took him, in our mock draft. I think it was 3.0 or 4.0. But here we go. That's what it is. Also, we released Tyler Biotish. I know that kind of shook a lot of people's, feathers, ruffled a lot of people's feathers in the fan base. I was fine with Tyler Biotish being gone. I watched him on the field, and if it stands true what David Blau is trying to do from an offensive perspective and run the ball a lot more, I didn't see David Blau. I didn't see Biotish, excelling in that type of play. I didn't see him getting a lot of push on D tackles, catching linebackers and moving them out the way. I just didn't see a lot of it. And he's hurt. Yes, that is one of the main concerns, is that his injury may be more severe than what we have been told as a fan base. So he is gone. Now, also with that, we extended Nick Allegretti to a 2-year deal. And we created a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? So is he going to be our starting center going into next season? We don't know what AP got cooked up. But in AP, I trust always until I can't no more. So, yeah. We didn't miss a beat with Allegretti. I want Paul. Yes, Chris Paul is another big name that we have to discuss and look at if we're going to be bringing him back to the team. I want him back. I think he played very well. But what does that do for Brandon Coleman, who a lot of people are not high on? He didn't play bad his rookie year. And I think he was a little bit of a learning adjustment going to, left guard the second year. And it didn't, he ended up getting hurt as well. So, yes, also getting Tunsil extended. Getting a deal done for Tunsil is definitely should be priority number one going before we even hit free agency. I want that deal done before free agency and tampering, because that kind of lets us know from a money stature what we got going into free agency, how aggressive we can be with certain picks, how conservative we need to be with, certain guys that we, try to bring in and things like that. So, yeah, Coleman is a swing player. Is he a trade piece? Guys love interior linemen and trading for linemen. Likely a solid DN. Likely and a solid DN. I'm gonna say this about. Do you think Nick is going to be the center? That's just the word around the fan base and social media platforms. Hobbs, I don't know. I don't know what AP got cooked up. But I trust AP and whatever he decides to do. So. Whatever route he decides to go, I'm rocking with him. We should have got Montgomery. Montgomery would have been a definite good pickup, but I don't think we was in a position to trade for anybody. Sean, I don't think we was in a position to give up any more draft capital to go and get a Montgomery, especially when you got, as we just heard, Kenneth Walker is going to potentially be a free agent. The Seattle Seahawks aren't going to be bringing him back. So that's now my number one running back that I'm going to call and see what type of deal he's looking for. What is you guys' biggest need? Everything defense. Pass rusher, linebacker, everybody say safety. Now we need another corner to go Oppo or Trey Amos. So yeah, everything defense. I know a lot of people will probably say, oh, we need a running back. We need Jeremiah Love. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to get into the Jeremiah Love potential at number 6. Do we draft Love or go defense? Sean, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is my take on, and I'm gonna pull up the mock draft simulator so we can get right into, mock draft 5.0. But I'm going to say this before we get into it. We need wide receiver. Yes, we do. That's another position of need. Tight end is a position of need. Running back. This is what I say about running back. For a guy, a 7th round pick running for 800 yards, 4 rookie of the weeks, regardless of it being a fan vote or whatever. Like I like Jakrowski. I like Lil Bill. I like what we got in him as a running back. Now I'm looking at how can we attach somebody with him to create that 1-2 punch. Some people say, hey man, get C-Rod back. Just what it do, my guy. Some people would say, hey, nah, we need to go and get Jeremiah Love. Everybody is right in some way, shape, or form. But my only pushback when it comes to drafting Jeremiah Love is we have so many holes on the defensive side of the football. And the best talent, and some people are saying Jeremiah Love is probably the best talent coming out of this draft class. Tomato, it is whatever, I'm going defense. So if we address a lot of the defensive needs in the free agency, and they are proven to be like what I think is valuable pickups that's going to help us on the defensive side of football, I'm okay with getting Jeremiah Love. I'm okay with it. Do you think a overpower offense would be better with a decent defense? I think edge would help our DBs a lot, Sean. And D'Angelo Hall said it himself. He said if you're looking at number 7 and who they should go with and who the commander should go with, it got to be a pass rusher. Great corners can't cover for too long. And I've been saying that for a while. And to your question, Hobbs, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying the overpower offense doesn't work, but name me an overpower offense in the last Super Bowl that dominated. Now, I know we're going to say Kansas City, and that's very well true. But what do you see more dominance from? Defenses, the last 2 has been a defensive-led victory for both NFL teams, for Seattle and for the Eagles. And again, the Eagles put up a lot of points based upon the keeping Patrick Mahomes off the field and also not letting him getting past the 50-yard line. And the turnovers, I can't remember how many turnovers he had. But it was defense that kind of, reeled and allowed the offense to, just take over. When you put a defense out on the field a lot during a game, eventually they're going to break down. So if you can get off the field and get your offense, I think our offense was very, very suitable and able to compete with the best of the best, even with the backups last year and the offense that was being called. But when we couldn't stop nobody, that shit looked bad. Bama's was putting up 30 on us and we could barely score 20. So if you could keep the game in range, like a 24-point game, that starts on the defensive side. So I echo what D'Angelo Hall said. Edge rusher is my number 1 need, if you had to ask me. And if one of these edge rushers are here at 7, that's where I'm going. Now, for the funny part, before we actually kick this off, I was on Twitter, and another content creator for the Commanders, we was talking about Sonny Styles and his 40 and how he tested in the combine. And it was like, damn, like, where all the people that said that, at number 5, that could have been the Commanders. And I'm going to say this. He was right. I can openly stand up and admit that, yeah, maybe winning the Eagles game probably wasn't the best thing. Seeing that some of these guys like Arvell Reese and a David Bailey and, Sonny Styles, I should have won that game. But in the heart of me, I can't, as a competitor, right? And I'm only speaking as a competitor, I'm not mad at them winning the game. Dr. Malika, what it do? What's popping with you? Appreciate you, Doc. Yes, I would take Styles at number 7. Shout out to Dr. Malika with the hot meat sent. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So I appreciate everybody that's tuning in on TikTok. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in on YouTube. If you want the YouTube side, please, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button, man. We try to tap into that, Washington Commanders content algorithm on the YouTube side. And if you're new to the TikTok page, please hit that follow button. Also double tap that screen, y'all. We trying to get to 1K likes. All right, let's get into mock draft 5.0. And I promise y'all this is probably only gonna be about 2 more after this. Maybe 1 more after this. I probably won't do another mock draft until after free agency. So I might take a little break. So my bad. Or trade back to 9 and they try to get a 2nd-round pick and get Styles at 9. And we tried that, Hobbs. We tried that trading back to Kansas City and getting a second, and because the seventh to second pick is so close, it's not many more points left on the board to squeeze in a second round pick. You can get a third for him. You can get some 2027 picks for him. I mean, with trading back to 9, and we can look at it. We definitely want to address it. And there has been talk. The Saints, Kansas City, love Jeremiah Love. There's even been talk about the Arizona Cardinals just releasing James Conner, or they're expected to release James Conner. I don't give up. With the sent hot me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You say add a player? Who we gonna add? Deron Payne? If we added Deron Payne, we'll look at it. We'll look at it. If they are offering us a trade, we'll look at trading back to 9 and see what that leaves us on the draft board, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I figured it would be Payne. Payne would probably be the most suitable trade option. All right, let's enter the draft, y'all. All right, let's go. We already know who going number 1. Number 2 is up in the air. Do they go pass rusher? Do they go linebacker? We're going to see. Let's start it out. All right, so, God damn. You got Caleb Downs, and I'm not trusting the report that has came out about Caleb Downs. Shout out to the 1K lights. God damn, y'all got there quick as shit. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. The Jets just got a pass rusher, so that helps us. Hopefully, one falls to us. Yes. Could they double up on pass rusher? You know, you need 2 pass rushers. You can get both, David Bailey and Jermaine Johnson. You never know. And then you can go get a linebacker. You know, Sony, yeah, he the top linebacker, but there's other linebackers that's out there. But, yes, looking at it, where did they go? They went Jeremiah. This is what I don't understand about PFF. Why would you go Jeremiah Love and y'all just franchise tag Breece Hall? I don't get that. David Bailey went to the Arizona Cardinals. Ruben Bain went to Tennessee. Francis, tackle from Miami, went to New York. Carnell Tate went to... This seems suitable. I would like to probably say I will swap out Jeremiah Love for like maybe Arvell Reese or Sony Styles. I think that would probably be what we may see. Trade back and take Mansell Delaney next to Amos, and his defensive scheme would be great. Art, you're not wrong. We're going to look at it. We're going to look at it for sure. Appreciate everybody that's double tapping the screen. Thank y'all so much. All right, let's look at the trade options. So, honestly, because Jeremiah Love is not here no more, guess what? Guess who's not interested? The Saints and the Saints in Kansas City are not interested. We got Baltimore at 14, the New York Jets at 16, and Chicago Bears. Those the options. Those are the options, y'all. Do you think Downs will drop because of his knee? Hobbs, I don't know how to believe. I didn't see it come from the horse's mouth. And I know he wouldn't exclude any of that type of information, especially if he want to be a top pick. But I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. If there is knee concerns, not at 7. I think he's going to drop. I'm not taking him at 7. Jets ain't taking Love. They just franchise tag Breece Hall. No, I agree with you, Richie Rich. I just said that. Trade our pick for Max Crosby, 2nd round. Shit, Sean, that's a bold statement. You wouldn't take an Arvell Reese over Max Crosby? Pass rush only a 72%, grade. Coverage not so well. They're comparing him to be the next. They ain't put out no analysis yet on Arvell. 6'4", 243, 4'6". Damn, you trading Max Crosby. You trading that 7 for Max Crosby. That's a big task. Sheesh. And I think they want multiple first-round picks. I think that they want multiple first-round picks with Max Crosby. Well, 1st and a 2nd. We ain't got that. We ain't got a 2nd. So, bro, we had bigger issues than getting an elite edge. Too many holes in the defense. I agree with you, Richie Rich. Hell nah, Max Crosby already 30. 28, but close to 30 for sure. You ain't wrong. Art. All right, so we got Caleb Downs. We got Sony Styles, and we got Arvell Reese, Mekhi Lemon, and Mansell Delaney. Who are y'all taking, man? Who are we taking here? We know the 40s. We know what guys are running. If we had to stay at 7, and we're picking as it is right now, who are we taking? Before the combine, and we didn't see Caleb Downs run at all. He ain't run his 40. He didn't do no drills. It was Caleb Downs, hands down. It was Caleb Downs. Now seeing Sony Styles fucking, just take over the combine with his attributes. I think with extra 18 and a half free from Lattimore leaving, I think we signed a B tier defensive players. Arville or Styles, yeah. All around, then get younger superstars like Styles. I agree with y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Before Combine, it was David Bailey, Ruben Bain, Caleb Downs. Those are my top three. Post Combine, Sony Styles jumped up to my number one. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That shocked me. I ain't think he was going to do all that. But you can't teach 6'4", 244. You just can't teach 6'4", 6'5", actually, 243. 21 years old. You just can't teach height and you can't teach speed, y'all. I'm a firm believer in it, and that's what I stand by. So Sony Styles being here at 7, do we take a chance and miss out on our pass rusher? Can we get a pass rusher in the 3rd round? The opportunity is there. Dr. Malika with the cent rolls ×1. Thank you so much, Doc. Appreciate you. The main issue I see is that we don't. Let me see. My bad, y'all. The main issue is that I don't see that we don't even have a good ground to build up on for the D. We need B tier players that then elevate over time. That is very, very true. That's a true assessment there. Shout out to the 2.1K likes on TikTok. Thank y'all so much. That is very, very true. Those aren't cost heavy. So, throw a 1 in the chat if we should go with Sony Styles. Throw a 1 in the chat. Throw a 1 in the chat if we should go Sony. All right, we got some 1s in the chat. YouTube, y'all gotta talk to me, man. We going Sony Styles at 1? I mean, not going at 1, at 7. If we had the first overall pick. Woo. Try to be y'all crazy. I say we go Sony Styles right here, y'all. So that means that ain't no. We still could trade. It could very well be a trade in there. Dr. Malika with another rose sent. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. I ain't going to overtalk y'all. We going Sony, y'all. Sony Styles with the number 7. All right. Let's see how the rest of the draft pan out. Whew, those are a lot of names. All right, y'all. We are at the 3rd round, pick number 7, 71 overall. And that's still some good talent. You got Malachi Fields up here for those who say we need to get a receiver. You got Jacob Rodriguez, but we already took a linebacker, Jake Slaughter. This could be the takeover for, losing Connor Lew. Actually had a good combine. But these are our center replacements right here. And we got trade options, y'all. Kansas City now want to trade with us. Y'all. Do we entertain it? Do we entertain it and try to get some more, maybe a 4th and a 5th round pick or another 3rd? Let's see, 74 for 71, and they got 109. Let's see how that go. All right, they ain't giving up 109. They giving up 146 and let's see, a 5th, a 6th for next year. Y'all like that idea? What do you think about tight end Kenyon Sadiq? The next Vernon Davis, everybody's calling him the next Vernon Davis. I like Kenyon Sadiq. I'm not against him. I just don't think he's a number 7 need, if that makes sense. I don't think that's a number 7 need in for us right now. Should be the pick, tight end. Let's look at this. My bad. I ain't even go through all the players. You got Michael Trigg. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not fully dive into the tight ends. I watched them, but got to give Bates a chance to prove himself. Nah, for sure. I'm not a big fan of Bates. I see what Bates is. Bates is a run blocking tight end. Not saying that he can't do nothing for us in the receiving game because he haven't been given an opportunity to. Even the same for Senate, whatever his name is. Those are very good options. But if we're talking about how can we replace right away and get what we got out of Zach Ertz, that's a guy like Isaiah Likely. That's a guy, Okonkwo, whatever his name is, out for the Titans. We know that there was no chance at getting Kyle Pitts. He's gone. So there's, a Cade Otton. Those are guys that I want to be able to get down the field and win one-on-one matchups. Not saying that Bates can't do it. Bates is more of a zone filler for me. Anthony Lucas, okay, all right. You got Chris Brazzell, who ran a 4.3, 6'5", can't teach height. Kyle Lewis, linebacker out of Pittsburgh, where he got that. We got guard Rudelich, out of Georgia Tech. Zake Wheatley, for those that want to get rid of what's his name, Quan Martin. This could be a good replacement, but he may be more of a box safety. Nah, he's pretty much both. He can be both. 6'2", 202. I don't think he ran the 40. There's some talent there, man. Do we trade back and try to recoup some more draft picks to try to fill out this roster? Because Bates is a top 3 blocking tight end the last 2 years. Nah, and that's why I think he's still going to be utilized on the field. But to make him a number 1, and we need a receiving tight end, somebody that can go down and get the ball. Not saying that he can't do it. I'm just saying we haven't seen it. We haven't seen too much of it. We saw glimpses of him being used as a decoy, as defense started picking up on our offensive tendencies. Yeah, we leaked him out a couple of times and he was able to get open. But can he do it consistently, first through third down, and not just on trickery or we thinking we about to run the ball? That's my only concern. My only question mark. It's not even a concern. It's just a question mark. Can he be that guy? All right. So we did not go edge rusher. Romilio Height, who I thought was going to have a better 40 than what he had, didn't measure too well. 6'2", I believe. But his pass rush is definitely there. 6'3", 240, ran a 4.5. It's not bad. But just curious as to what you guys think about Romilio Height right here, or LT Overton, who's been looked at more. They pushing him inside. So what y'all think? Or do we entertain a trade? Do we entertain the trade options? Do we trade back 2? Get 146 and 74 for 71 and get a 6th-round pick? How y'all like that idea? I think we can still probably get a guy that we want here. What y'all think? Let's try to offer this trade right here. Oh, shit. It went away. And 146, we're going to do a 3rd for that. Let's see. 59% chance. All right, we moved back, 2 slots. All right. And look, people are still trying to trade with us, y'all. I'm all for keep trading back, trying to get as much draft capital as possible to try to continue to fill out this roster, but you don't want to keep losing out on, potential talent. And here go another replacement for Marshawn Lattimore, even though I think we probably addressed that in 6'3", 198. I like Devin Moore's game, physical, can definitely play that style of cornerback that, Durante Jones wants to play. If we, address the pass rusher, Lattimore traded, messed us up, man. Nah, I think that trade was for last year, if I'm not mistaken. Because we still got our 3rd this year. We only gave up a 3rd, and I think a 4th for 2020. Yeah, we gave up a 3rd, and I forgot what the trade was. Even if it did, it did mess us up. It didn't pan out. It is what it is, y'all. It is A-okay that, I got, not I got no more, but it's okay that he didn't pan out. It's all good. There's still some talent here, y'all. And I like the opportunity of going back even 2 more spaces and trying to recoup. Damn, they don't want that. What about 135? See, I'm over here trying to get as much as possible. Let's try to address this. We can trade back 2 more. Oh, no, they don't want that. Let me get that 7 up off y'all there. All right, we're going back 2 more. All right. Height is still here, and I'm going to lean more towards going Romilio Height. Pass rush is a 92 grade. Run defense. I can teach you how to set the edge. We got DNs that we can bring in potentially to set the edge. And I know we want a guy that's, 1st through 3rd down potentially, but, those guys were gone. And we could have went Arville Reese, but we went Sony Styles. But can he win on 1st and 2nd down? With a pass and had 9 sacks, 11 hits, 42 hurries. He was more of an outside, like I said, tackle. We can put his hands in the dirt. I'm looking at Romilio Height, man. I like his game. No kizzy. We're going Romilio Height, y'all. We're going Romilio. Shit, that's a lot of picks gone. Shit. All right, now we're in the back half of the draft, y'all, when it gets very, very interesting. Cornerback is still a issue. Who do we give so far? We got edge and we got cornerback. So we addressed us being able to try to get some pressure on offense and quarterbacks. We addressed it. We addressed it here. We're going to try to get some pressure on guys. Dr. Malika, what the What that say? I can't see. With the tap hearts, is that you being a top tapper for the screen? Thank you, appreciate it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Dr. Malik be coming in here and showing major love, double tapping that screen for your boy, man. I definitely appreciate it. I really do. You got Julian Neal, who looks like a goddamn safety. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. 6'2", 208. I think he ran in the low 4.4s, I believe. Thaddeus Dixon, he didn't run. You got guard DJ Campbell. If we don't get a Chris Paul back, it's a potential option right here. Is there any more safety? Jalen Stroman still here. I think Jalen Kilgore is going to, convert over to a safety. I think that's what's going to happen with him. We got Bayou Stevens. Stevens, another guard, and we know about Iowa. We used to have one. We drafted one and was a perennial, Pro Bowler for us. And they actually compared them to, I forgot his goddamn name. Damn, that's shit bad. Shit bad, y'all. How many start having kids, man? Start losing, train of thoughts. Who was our guard? Now I'm curious. But anywho, I appreciate everybody that's, again, tuned in on TikTok, tuned in on YouTube. If you're new to YouTube, please smash that subscribe button, y'all. I am trying to grow both. Brandon Sheriff. There you go, Sean. Thank you, man. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. You get a... I'm joking. I appreciate that assist, my guy. But yeah, do we go guard? Do we go cornerback? Do we continue to adjust the defense, y'all? I say that we do. I say we go Julian Neal just because of his physicals. I like him being a cornerback that could play, on the opposite side. That's the height that we need. That's the physicality that we need going up against the juggernauts and of receivers that we got in our division, yet alone in just the league in general. I think that he can suit well, especially if we can create pressure consistently. So Julian Neal right here. And look, he's good in run defense. Man coverage can be worked on. And he got decent zone coverage. And, he got a decent coverage grade. Probably more of a work in progress type of guy. But we never know, man, how guys can come out and flourish their rookie year. Is he going to play right away? Hell yeah. I ain't going to lie, y'all. Mike Washington is definitely... You can't teach 6'2", 228 running a 4.3, man. 4.33. So if we don't get a running back, if we don't get a guy like Kenneth Walker and, Breece Hall being tagged now, this is an option in the late rounds, y'all. I am not lying to y'all. He is definitely on my radar. You got Bryce Lance, Trey Lance's little brother, ran a 4.3, sitting 6'3", 209. Jacoby Lane, who had a phenomenal combine, ran in the low 4.4s, 6'4", 200 pounds, killed the gauntlet. Hands was definitely shown there. The routes he was running was definitely there. And I think we can get him in a little bit later. I think we're going to go cornerback right here, y'all. I'm going Julian Neal. All right, let's see what we got. All right, we got a cornerback. We got an edge rusher, and we got a linebacker. Do we go safety? Do we attack now? Do we attack the secondary, the back end of the defense? Jalen Stroman, who didn't run. I like his tape a little bit. But is he a safety? We got Coles Wisniewski. He may be more of a... Do we go get the little brother? Do we go and get the little brother? I think the little brother going to be here later on. But again, 4'2", 4'28". I think the little brother going to be here. I don't give a fuck. We can coach him up. We can coach little bro up. Well, wait, how tall is he? 6'2", 6'1", 195? He can run sideline to sideline for sure, y'all. Shout out to the 3K likes on TikTok. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. Again, if you're new to TikTok, please hit that follow button, y'all. Y'all see the goal mark we trying to hit. We trying to hit 1,300. We trying to hit 1,300, y'all. But thank y'all. Keep double tapping that screen. We got Bishop Fitzgerald here, who is a physical juggernaut down there in the box. But he rangy guy too. I think he played over top as well. All right, so let's see. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Guard speaks to me right here. If we don't get back Chris Paul, if we don't, sign a guy out of free agency, there's going to be there's some guys out there in free agency that we can get. There's some guys out there that names been thrown out there. I forgot his name. Guard for the Chargers. They actually got two guards that's going to be coming out. We just saw, Detroit let go their offensive lineman. Is that a good plug-in piece for us? But we don't know. But if I had to bet my monyanski on it, let's see who we got. Wait, did he get drafted? Oh, Jacoby Lane gone. Oh well, I was gonna draft him. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So this may be a guard role right here. Guard. Who that running backs? Woo! Damn it, Stevens went right before what we was gonna pick. And again, Kilgore also ran a low 4.4, and I think he's going to be a safety, y'all. He's physical. He don't mind coming down to tackle. Coverage can definitely be worked on, and definitely, a concern for some. Maybe not a lot for others, but let's see. Pat Coogan, another center that we can look at. Lowell, man, he had a interesting combine, man. Max Lowell, he looked very fluent in a lot of the drills that they was going through. Good hip rotation, good feet. He looked very, 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 very good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let's see. All right. If I had to go with anybody, it would probably be guard DJ Campbell. DJ Campbell is definitely, and look, we right back on the board with it. Jalen Stroman, 6120. I want to see what his 40 is, y'all. I want to see how fast he is. Real talk. Because I'm leaning towards Jalen to be our replacement for, But we got Bryce Lance right here. Can't teach speed. 4'3" guy. 6'3", 209. Big bro. Already in the league. Career backup. Or do we go with a Mike Washington, y'all, man? Good God. Mike Washington here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's probably what we got some trade options. Want to get us back to 154 for 146. Can I get a fifth? They ain't giving up Nathaniel for next year. All right, then I don't want it. I don't want to trade. Let's go. Jalen Kilgore or Jalen Stroman, man? Which one y'all want? Who would y'all rather go after? My knee hurt a little bit. Who would y'all rather go after? Get at me. No, we ain't looking at no quarterbacks. Be good on Jaden Ott, who I think ran like a 4.5 or something like that, or 4.4. Stro? You saying Stro, Willie? I'm with you on Stro. Let's go Stro. Because I've been sitting here too long. Let's go Stro, y'all. We're going Jalen Stroman right here. I think we probably get a C grade for that. Maybe a C grade. Might get a C grade for that. All right. We got Bishop, Chase Roberts. I'm good on Chase Roberts. Cole Wisniewski. I don't think he ran the 40, but his measurable is 6'4", 220. Y'all already know my motto. You can't teach speed, and you can't teach height. And he's a thumper. He don't mind tackling. He's physical. And I know there's been concerns about if he's going to come down to linebacker. I ain't trying to see nothing but defense this draft. Maybe a receiver. Willie, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Dalen Bentley, a good one. I haven't watched him. Mailman, what it do, my guy? What he looking like? 6'4", 220? Oh, well, shit. My bad. Wrong person. 6'4", 259. Shit. Did he run his 40? I don't know. Got a good receiving grade, don't get me wrong. And I think we're going to address tight end. Do we go defensive line, interior defense, Xavier Hurst, 6'8"? Do we go to Cole, get another safety as well? Build out that safety room, that back end? What else we got? Robert Spears Jennings actually ran a good 40 as well. 6 feet 213. And he looked pretty decent in his drills. Oh yeah, we are doing a 7th round pick. I did leave that on here. Sorry. I left that on here. Logan Jones is the best center in this class. You think so? You like him over Pat Coogan out of Indiana? 90 pass block. I like that. I like somebody pass block, but can he run block? He got a decent little run block grade. I don't think you can go wrong with another O lineman right here. Built some more depth, even though we just resigned 2 O linemen. We resigned Allegretti and we resigned Andrew Riley, so those are going to be rotational depth pieces. But if we saying that this is guy is going to be the starter for us, Logan Jones, I'm not mad at this pick. In the sixth round, I'm not mad at Logan Jones. I am not. Yes, I like him over Coogan. More potential in my opinion. Iowa, for sure. I agree with you. We're gonna fuck with the mailman, man. We're gonna go with Logan Jones. Like I say, I don't think you can go wrong with any of these picks that's right here coming up. These are all roster fillers. Some guys that's potentially going to be. Lorenzo's still here, and you got Taylor Green. If we're looking for a backup because our quarterback, everybody thought, man, you can't stay healthy. Taylor Green running a 4-3. I think we can plug into this offense and keep striding. Keep running the offense as we see fit. Now, what does throwing look like? Yeah, it could be worked on. But as a building piece, I know that will cause another RG3 and Kirk Cousins type of hailstorm. So I'm just joking. We not drafting the quarterback. We're not drafting the quarterback. But Eric Gentry, Gentry, 6'6", 225 linebacker. I think he's more of a Sam and Will linebacker. I don't think he's a Mike. And then you got Lorenzo Styles, man. Yes, sir. Exactly, Mel, man. I ain't trying to deal with that bullshit again. I am not. Zane Durant still here. Ran the fastest 40 for interior lineman. Lorenzo Styles. We got Sony brother. I mean, we got Lorenzo brother on the mob already. Y'all. This is what we got so far. We got Sony Styles. I just got hit with a restriction. Like, I'm 40 minutes in. Now I get hit with a restriction. Come on, TikTok. Y'all got to do better. I ain't doing nothing illegal, man. I am not fucking up any guidelines. I'm not, committing any type of issue. Vincent Anthony, who we saw run in the 40. Oof, we good. Hey, man, for shits and giggles, do we go with Lorenzo Styles? Do we go with Lorenzo Styles just for the fuck of it? It might be the link in your bio game. In my bio? I ain't even got no link. I ain't put no link in the title. I don't think I did. All I said was Mock Draft 5.0 live. Go Lorenzo for the hell of it. Hey, I'm with you, Willie. Nah, I thought about that too. Like my link to my YouTube page is just in my profile. But hey, for everybody that's here on TikTok, hey man, go ahead head on over to the YouTube page, man, and hit that subscribe button for your boy. The link is in the bio. The link is definitely there, man. I'm trying to grow that community too, man. I'm trying to get that community over there. Yeah, it might be that for real. I'm gonna check it out though. Appreciate it though, Willie. Zane is great though. Lorenzo do got potential as well. I think either are good picks. I think we bring the brothers to the defense, man. I said we bring the brother to the defense. Lorenzo can start off on special teams. Him, Tyler Owens can battle it out. If who going, you can keep both of them actually. This dude may end up being our future starter. He may be a future starter. He may take Quan Martin's job. We didn't see a lot of Lorenzo in Ohio State due to Caleb Downs and the other safety that was there. That's what kind of questioned me him coming out. But when you run a 4.28, you can move sideline to sideline. But I also like this Gentry pick too. If we're trying to stack up that linebacker room and we're looking for somebody that could potentially take over for Frankie Louvu, if we don't resign him back, after his deal is up, that's an option. Also, we still got Kane Madrano. We still got Jordan McGee. Are there any good wide receivers left? Let's check it out, Millman. I don't think it is though. I think it may be. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Nope. 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 I don't know none of these names. This is why I don't like doing 7th round, y'all. I did not go that deep into my bag of prospects. Yeah. Nah, this is what we got. I got you, Millman. I know where you want to go. I know where we want to go. This is a defensive lane. We're gonna keep it on the defense. Owen Heineke, I think, had a nice little combine too. Um, let's do it. Let's do it. We're going Lorenzo Styles, y'all. Fuck it. We going with the little brother. We're gonna fuck with the little brother. All right, let's see what grade we got, man. This is Mock Draft 5.0, and we came out with an A grade. I really don't think you can go wrong. Like, hey, look, Sony Styles A, height A. We traded back in the third round and recouped some more draft picks. Yeah, I did it. I pulled the trigger, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, Slim, it look like it's God given talent over there at the Styles crib, and I'll take the brother. I'll take the brother. You know, what do GMs do when they go into a new organization? They bring people that they know, that they're familiar with. So why not bring somebody into he's a 7th round pick. I don't think we're really losing nothing here. I mean, we might be gaining a lot, losing a little. You know what I'm saying? Him being on the mob, him learning, and with Durante Jones, shit, you might can bring him into sometimes in the game and use him as a blitz option, especially with a 4.2 speed. Hey, just go get the quarterback. That's all I want you to do. Go get the quarterback. But yeah, Sony Styles will be the defensive leader. We've desperately needed. I love this pick. I love the pick too, man. Sony Styles, height, coming in as our edge rusher. You cannot deny the grade that he was given for PFF. And I know everybody is not grade guys, but I seen it with my eyes too. I seen Romilio Height have not as much success, sacking the quarterback or getting to the quarterback, but it wasn't that far. It wasn't that far from a David Bailey. He created a lot of pressure for Texas Tech as well, coming off the edge. I'm just being honest. Julian Neal, you know how the sec goes. You know what I'm saying? We breed, NFL talent in the sec. And being 6'2", going Oppo or Trey Amos, all right, it's a B plus. It ain't bad. Then we went DJ Campbell with the guard pick. If we don't get back a Chris Paul and we don't play Brandon Coleman at left guard, that's gonna be a position battle. Who gonna win it out? Is it gonna be DJ? Is it gonna be Brandon Coleman, or do we bring in somebody from Zion Johnson? That's his name, Zion Johnson, guard from for the Chargers. And then we addressed the safety position. There's been major questions about Quan Martin returning. Is it time to move on from him? With the terrible season he had last year. So that is definitely an option. Sony's an excellent pick. Yeah. And then we went Logan Jones, Mailman. Shout out to Mailman with the Logan Jones pick. Best center, in the draft. Hey, Tyler Biadasz is gone. This is our new starter right here. This is our new starting center. I know the questions, bro. How we gonna start a center? With Jaden Daniels coming off of injuries, man. Trust the process. Just trust the process. You never know what this man may come out do. He may come out here and y'all be like, hey, man, what the fuck is this center? Hey, this Bama blocking his ass off. You just never know. And then we went with Lil Bro. Y'all. We went with Lil Bro, Lorenzo Styles Jr., who kind of shocked the world coming out running a 4.28. Yeah, I like him on my team. Man. But this is Mock Draft 5.0. Logan got potential for a real great pick. Nah, I believe I'm gonna trust you, Mailman. I didn't watch too much of his tape. I was more of a Pat Coogan guy. I ain't gonna lie, just because I seen him in the championship game, and during the playoffs. There's nothing against Logan at all, but I just didn't watch too much tape on him. Just what to do, my guy. But this is Mock Draft 5.0. Like I said, man, Thursday, I will be doing a GM type of stream, y'all. I don't know if y'all been Rudy Nah about what? What we saying Nah about? Rudy, you don't like the draft? You don't like the mock draft? Talk to me, my guy. I will be doing a GM stream. I found the site where we can put on our GM caps and we can go through the full all season. Cutting players, restructuring contracts, trading guys, trying to get more draft picks with some of the talent that we have on our team. Who's expendable, who can be traded for a 4th or 5th round pick. And then we got the draft. We can do the free agency. They allow you to do free agency and go through that. And then you also got the draft that you can do as well. So Eagles interested in the Joku. I'm sorry, I'm reading live. Bleacher Report. They interested in the Joku. We're going to do that Thursday, y'all. Thursday, if all goes well. Your boy has been a little bit under the weather, but it is what it is. I'm fighting through it. I'm still here. But this is Mock Draft 5.0, y'all. We may do one more mock draft. I might stop on 6 because my birthday on the 6th. We might stop on 6 after free agency. So if y'all don't see me after this week doing a live stream, I'll keep y'all up pretty much on all, breaking news that comes out. But we got free agency tampering next Monday, so I might go on live and I might do that. I might do a live where we recap some of the free agency that we go after. But after free agency, that is probably when we'll do our last mock draft until the draft time. And then your boy is also going to be going live on on TikTok and on YouTube for the draft day party. Man and bros are going to pull up. Your boy going to be on the smoker. I'm going to cook up some ribs. I'm gonna cook up some shit on the smoker for the fellas, and we're gonna do a live draft day party, man. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, man. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I appreciate everybody that came in and contributed, chatted with your boy Simba. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, baby. Raise hell. I'm up out of here.